Hi, guys. How are you? As promised, I'm sitting here with Melody. Melody, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm so glad. I just want to say before the interview gets started, I just want to say a couple things. One, I'm proud of you. Already just I'm so glad. I just want to say before hold on, that's me. Started, I just want to say a couple of there, that was me. I'm sorry. I'm so proud of you, and I'm thankful that you're doing this interview at the time that you're doing it. You just got divorced, right? Tuesday?
It was about a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for doing it. That's really, really fresh. Number one, I heard another thing I want to talk about. I heard about the hurricanes, the tornado in Alabama. Did that affect your family?
No, it did not. Not this time anyway. We had really bad tornadoes in 2011, which actually we did lose our home in those tornadoes. So fortunately, everyone was safe this go around.
That's crazy. What do you have, like a storm shelter or something? Or is it just go to the bathroom and get in the tub?
It depends. People make their own decisions. Some people have storm shelters, some people don't. So,
Yeah, my heart goes out to all the victims.
Absolutely.
Also, today's your mom's birthday, right?
Yeah, it is.
Tell her Sharrell said happy birthday.
I will definitely tell her. I love my mom so much. She's just so encouraging and such a major just support system for me. You know what I mean? And she's awesome.
That's awesome. So good to hear. I'm going to ask you more questions about mom because you guys are very close, very close. So first, I want to start on a good note because we've been watching the show. We know what you're going through with that ex of yours. We're going to call him the ex. And but you've really, divorce and what you're going through can really bring some women to their knees. Yeah. And you are plunging forward and just being a success story, even if you don't see it now, a success story to other women. So I want to talk about some of the good things you got going on, like that hit song of yours.
Thank you so much. Look, I am so excited. I thank all the fans and all of the supporters, everyone who's downloaded Telltale Signs. I literally got an email, I think it was yesterday, from Billboard magazine, and we're looking at possibly being in the top 25 come Monday for Billboard. We charted number 4, pretty much straight out the gate almost. So it's been an amazing experience, and it's been great getting back to one of my first loves, which is music, being able to sing and having the opportunity to work with, Grammy Award winning producer Bob Robinson and Libby of 1500 or Nothing, another Grammy nominated team. Just being able to get in the studio and work with them, it was very, 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 very exciting.
Was it unexpected, or did you kind of figure this is good?
So when I do something and I put work in, I don't really take the time sometimes to just really think about what I just did. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, now what's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where my team, everybody was like, Mel, I'm telling you, this is a hit. They were all there with it. But I was kind of like, okay, now what's the next song we're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unbelievable. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Wow. I'm proud of you and all the other businesses you got going too. Behind Every Man, Masterclass with Melanie. Girl, proud of you. I really, really are.
Thank you so much.
But we got to go back a little bit and talk about the show. Okay. You've been through hell and back. You really have. And you're coming out on top. And that's what makes me respect you so much. Let's go back to, I'm sure you've talked about this a million times, but how did you even get the show?
So actually, Martell and I pitched the show to Carlos King a few years back. And we really, just wanted to sell to him why we thought Huntsville, Alabama would be a great place for a show. You hear reality TV popping up in LA, New York, Atlanta, but Alabama, that's like, whoa, right? Yeah. And so we really wanted to tell him and show him how Huntsville, Alabama was on a major move. There were major things happening here, great business opportunities here. And so once we met with Carlos, shared our treatment idea. We had a consultation with him. We ended up shooting a sizzle reel, and we sent that off to him, and he sent a contract over that would allow him to, pitch our show. And so during that time, we continued to just kind of show him how great Huntsville was doing. And so now here we are years later with the #1 show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. So
that's so good. That is so awesome. Were the other couples already your friends?
Yes, that's correct. I think that's one thing too that has been significant when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville is that we all were genuinely friends. So there wasn't a casting that took place, right? So we were all genuinely friends and really had a friendship. So I think that's what makes the show a little unique as well.
Do you think you have the title, one of the EP producers, right? Executive producers. Is that right?
I'm a producer. Carlos is an executive producer.
You're one of the producers of the show, which holds a little weight. Do you think that affected the other women? Like,
in what way?
Well, you have pull on the show. You're a producer.
Well, so to be honest with you, I don't use a lot of pull when it comes to the show.
You don't?
Everybody does their own thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So this season you're going since season 1, you're really going through something with Tisha. What is the root of the? Is she jealous?
I don't know. You know, I can't answer that. I don't know how a person feels in their heart. You know, jealousy is a very deep thing.
Yeah.
You know, the Bible says it's as cruel as the grave. So it's very deep. So I'm not going to put that on anyone because I don't know, you know, anybody else's heart. I will say that unfortunately, the fall in the friendship and the demise of it was something that I wish could have been prevented or handled maybe differently. However, here we are, you know, having gone through a lot as friends. And I think that for me, as I can recall, the breakdown when it started happening, it wasn't anything personal against Letitia, which I shared with her in one of the scenes. I think it was the second episode. We had a coffee scene together, and it had nothing to do with her. My pullback had nothing to do with her, but I had my brand building I was doing, and then I had my own personal issues going on with my marriage. And so it became more of my focus, and I had to figure that out, you know? And so I think she thought that, well, what she expressed was she thought that I had a problem with her because I pulled back. And even when I told her I didn't, for whatever reason, she didn't believe me. And, you know, I don't know why. I've never lied to her. Like the years we were friends, I never, ever lied to her. So I don't know why she didn't believe me. But for me, in my opinion, that's what really started the breakdown of the friendship.
Well, you know, it's never too late. You know, you got a lot more seasons to go because this show is good. So we're only on prayerfully so. No, it will be. This show is, people love it. People love it. And you say it's number 1?
It is. It is.
All right. So let's go back. So you met Martell in college, right?
Correct.
And do you think he was a cheater in college?
I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know if he was, because for me, when I came to college in 2004, I met him in 2007, and I also graduated in 2007. So Martell started way before me. He graduated high school, I think, in 2000. So when he started college, I wasn't even there yet, but he dropped out and came back. And so I met him on his return to college. So we met in February of 2007. Got engaged December 2007 and got married in July 2008. So I can't say if he was or wasn't a cheater in college because I didn't know him much of his collegiate time, if that makes sense, you know?
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So when you met him, your family instantly liked him?
Yeah, I mean, overall, absolutely. Yeah.
And you guys were obviously deeply in love and everything was good. Now, you've said in hindsight that he cheated on you more than once. How many times would you say?
So what I've said actually is that there was more than one person that he cheated with. And I found out about that at the same time. So, you know, that's actually what I said. Yeah.
So, you knew he had an extramarital affair before the show, right? You went on the show anyway.
Yeah, because as I knew of, we were in a good place in our marriage. Infidelity was something we had overcome.
Yeah.
So I thought we were good.
Past that, yeah.
Not, to be honest, I can't say that I would have done a show. Who wants to do a show where your marriage is going through hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as I knew, I thought that we were in a good place and we were going to be able to show how, yes, we went through something, but look how, hey, couples, you can go through this and come out on top. That's what I thought it was going to be, but instead it ended up being something totally different.
Would you say going through what you went through in the public eye made it worse?
I would say it opens the door for a lot of people to have opinions. But for me, because I'm a strong person anyway, like I'm not a person who's easily swayed. I really, people saying certain things doesn't sway me. I've always been a person who's going to make the decision I want to make. So I won't say that it made it worse. It just opened the door for people to have opinions.
So you gave him a chance, season 1. Do you regret that?
No, I don't. I don't regret giving him the chances that I gave him, because for me, it leaves me in a place where I have no regrets. I have no what ifs.
Yeah.
I have no if I could have. I mean, I literally was trying to do everything I could as a wife to please this man, and then he still cheated. Yeah. So now that I've walked away, I feel fine. I'm good. Like, I don't have no, dang, what if I had a,
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you did give him the second chance. I know it drove a lot of people crazy the first season, but you have to do it when you're ready and when you, My
point exactly to the question prior, which was, I'm not swayed by what people's opinions are. Like, people's like, first season, they was like, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. I will leave whenever I feel like, for one, God is telling me to go. God said go. I have a merch line, by the way. God said go. And when I feel like I'm ready to leave. Nobody should ever, and this is with any marriage, no one should tell you when to leave your marriage. That is your decision.
Yeah. Would you say that television changed him because now he has fame? Women know him because he's on television. Did it make it worse for him to be on television?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's, if that's what made it worse. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, so this season was just so hard to watch because I feel like, and you tell me if I'm wrong, he always tried to put the blame on you. Like he would say, you didn't meet my needs. Why isn't he taking responsibility? Because you might have had a different reaction, right? If he would have said, I got a problem, whatever the problem is.
Yeah. I think that sometimes in order to take the light off of themselves, it's called deflection. Yeah. And I think that's exactly what he was trying to do. I think it's disappointing for sure. And it's sad because at the end of the day, we know the truth. He and I know the truth, And for me, I'm always like, no matter what, let's just always keep it 100. And so to even say I wasn't satisfying him, that's not true. We had an amazing sex life, to be honest. I got 4 kids out of it as well because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very spontaneous. So I'm a Scorpio. I am that's not by itself. So, I hate that he decided to run with that narrative, but maybe that makes him feel better with the choices that he's made that he regrets. And so, I can't do anything about that.
How did you feel watching the scene with the last episode? Is it called Her Name is Nell?
Yeah.
How did you feel watching that back? Or did you watch it back?
I did. It was hurtful again. You know what I'm saying? Just to sit there in front of someone who you once loved and had so much love for, and for them to see that you would really make attacks against your wife, someone who's been with you for 14 years, and brag on another woman, try to another woman to the woman who's had your kids and been with you for 14 years. I can't fathom that. I don't get that at all. That's very interesting.
You never know what's going to.
Like, to this day, I don't care if it's 5 years from now or 10 years from now. You're not going to see me sit in front of Martell and be like, oh, he does this, and this.
I know.
Like, who does that?
It was bad. I felt bad for you. Like, what is he thinking? And even Miss Nels, was that her husband? He was just like quiet, like he didn't know what to say. He was shocked. He was quiet.
It was a shocking, interesting scene.
Yeah, it really was. You never know what's going through a person's head.
Right.
All we can do is guess. What is the root of Martell's problem? Does he just like attention? What is wrong? What do you think the root is?
Ask Martell that.
Yeah.
Ask Martell that one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have to go with he may be immature. That's what I'm gonna go to, but I'm just guessing here. Okay. So you're going through this, you're watching it. Did you ever feel embarrassed on TV?
What I felt sometimes on TV was embarrassed for him and felt bad for him because some of the things and actions that he was doing and he was saying, I knew that they were things I'm thinking like, what makes you think that it's okay for you to say this? They're going to rip you to pieces. So sometimes I felt more so bad for him, like, dang. And then not only that, but, you know, whenever you love someone, you want to see that, like, even to this day, I wish no ill will towards him. I want to see him do well. You know what I mean? So I've even offered him recently some pieces of advice of things that maybe he could do. He don't ever listen to me. So I'm like, hey, roll with your team then. Keep doing what you do, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I think at the end of the day, you still want people to do well, especially whenever you have built so much together.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like till this day, you know, him going on live, that he has animosity.
Yeah.
For something he did. It's kind of crazy, but you know, people look at things different, I guess.
That's right.
I mean, it's really crazy. So, do you know the other woman?
What do you mean? Do I know her?
Have you seen her? Do you know? Have you talked to her?
I mean, it's been on social media. Everybody knows who she is.
How come how come she's not on the show?
Why would she be?
I don't know, just part of the storyline, I guess.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying it's one of those things I think that people have to understand is whenever we started filming out the gate, our storyline wasn't necessarily about, again, thank you. It was not.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I would tell people all day at the end of the day, you know, the Oprah Winfrey Network is 76% female watched network. Yeah. And I don't think that's anything anybody's trying to see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Your mom is very supportive of you, and she helped you get through this, didn't she?
Absolutely.
Strong, yeah. It had to hurt her too. What about his family? I know his mother. Didn't she cry?
Yes, she did. She did. It's hurt everyone. I mean, when you think about two people getting married and coming together, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, everyone becomes family. Aunts, cousins, brothers, sisters, everybody becomes like one. So then when it falls apart, it puts a wedge there. And that's what has happened.
It really does. I mean, when you're going through this, how much do the children know? And when do you tell them? Like, how do you explain this to them?
Well, you know, they know that we live separately, and they know they visit mom sometimes and they visit dad sometimes.
Yeah. They're not feeling the heat of this, are they?
Oh, we work super hard to make sure that they feel less amount of heat as possible.
Good. I mean,
or as heat as possible. And then too, Sharrell, I have another call I got to get on to in 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, let's talk about this song. Where can we find it?
Okay, so Telltale Signs. You can download it from iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. Please, you know, stream it. Let's get it moving. Let's keep it going up the chart. I look forward to, you know, you guys just enjoying this R&B vibe, R&B music. And I hope that everyone can in some way either relate or know someone who can relate and that they spread the word.
I'm so proud of you. You've been singing for your whole life?
Since I was 5.
We're so proud of you. Okay, we're considerate of your time. Thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate you, and you are so beautiful.
Oh, no, you're absolutely stunning. Thank you for coming on. I'm watching the show. Everyone tune into the show, and let's push make the song number 1.
The song and the finale is Saturday for Love Marriage Huntsville, so make sure y'all tune in.
Okay, thank you so much, Melody, for coming on. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that was good, the time that she had to talk. I really appreciate her coming on. She's absolutely stunning. Isn't she, Gabor?
Yes, she is.
What is wrong with Martell? What more does he want? My goodness, she is stunning.
I don't know. I think what irritates me about Martell when I see him on the show, he makes it seem like he's some type of prize and it's all about him. Like, you're not satisfying me. You're not being the woman that I need you to be. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
You know,
he never takes responsibility for it.
As if she doesn't need to be satisfied, or he's the man that she needs him to be.
Yeah. When is he going to realize that he messed up, or do you think he knows it now?
I think that he knows it now. So when I look at this relationship, it kind of reminds me of the first Why Did I Get Married? And you remember how he left Jill. I'm not comparing her to Jill Scott in any way, but he was getting what he wanted from this side girl who could do only 20% of what his wife was doing, right?
Yeah.
And so now he sees that he's not going to be able to make the type of money that he was making when he was with Mel. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to have the type of businesses that he had when he was with Mel.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you left all of that just because you wanted some head.
No, he did. He really did. I mean, but did you have to say it?
I mean, I think I had to say it because that was what she said. You know what I'm saying? That was really the breakdown of the marriage. You're sitting up here upset, almost 40-year-old man, and you're upset because you wasn't getting, you know what I'm saying, fellatio every day. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't that just a heart-wrenching scene to watch when they were at Mrs. Nell's house?
Mrs. Nell was wrong, though. I don't like Miss Nell, and I don't like women like that, right?
Why?
You have this
what do you mean?
Well, you have this woman who's been on this show, and we've seen this man disrespect her. He has cheated on her. He had another baby by her, and he had a relationship with this other woman for 5 years. And why would you want me to be with somebody? You obviously don't care for me, because why would you even convince me to go back with a man that's doing this to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just because you did it, that's fine. Just because you
I was just gonna say that.
That's not me. That's not me. If I said that I wanted to leave, you shouldn't try to force me to be back into this relationship with this man who's abusing me.
But I think that's what she would have did, and so she thought she was doing a good thing. But not everybody's cut from that same cloth, like you're saying. This show is good. You've been telling us we've been sleeping on it, so I'm glad that we're reviewing it now. Let's talk about the other couples here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to ask her, was the girl jealous of her? What do you think, Gabor? Tisha.
I don't like Tisha. Let me say that. So I think that Tisha is, I think that she wishes she was more independent like Mel is, right? So Tisha, when we first on season 1, Tisha was a stay-at-home mom who had a college degree but was doing nothing with it because her husband had a business and wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom, right? But she's seen how Mel was working and had businesses and, you know what I'm saying, doing other stuff on the side, and she wanted to do it as well. But the issue is that Tisha's husband is cheating on her, and she doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, he's another one. He's another one. What do you think of Marcel?
I like Marcel, and I don't like the way he treats Tisha. But other than that, I think he gives good advice to
that he
other
don't
people
take
on the show. But I wanted to ask Mel, did she feel like that Marcel was flirting with her the last episode?
My God, girl. I mean, wasn't that suspect? Like,
yeah.
I wish my husband would talk to another woman like that. That he was flirting with her. That's what
he was flirting with her because, first of all, if we're friends and we've been friends this long, and your titty pop out in front of me, that's not going to entice me, right? It's just your titty. Hey, I'm looking at you like a sister now.
It's
not going to make me think like, oh,
and you wouldn't make that comment to your sister. You wouldn't make that comment to your sister.
You wouldn't make that comment to your sister, and you married. And you're married. That's the cold part. You married.
See, I'm not feeling him. That was disrespectful. I mean,
so what I see from Marcel, so the issue with Marcel and Tisha is that Marcel doesn't want Tisha to work. Marcel wants Tisha to be a stay-at-home mom, and I think that he wants Tisha to be a stay-at-home mom because when she finds out that he's cheating on her, she won't be able to leave, right? Because she doesn't have anything.
Ooh.
Whereas a person like Mel can just get up and go at any given time because I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of me. I don't need you.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think this issue is with Tisha and Marcel.
And that's why she's jealous. She's jealous. I had to say it. I had to bring it up in the interview. She's just jealous, and hopefully she can get past that. But I'm proud of Mel. I mean, I'm glad she came on the show. She don't realize it, and she probably don't realize it when you're going through it. She's a role model to those women who think, should I stay?
Yeah, and you can. You can go and you can take care of you and yourself, and you will be fine.
Yeah.
Right? You will be
Yeah.
fine. You don't have to deal with the disrespect. And it seems to me that Martell thought that he was comfortable doing what he was doing because
He was
that's
real
what
fun.
women used to do back in the day. Women used to do that. Men used to do that back in the day and have a kid across town. You know what I'm saying? And have two families living a double life, and a woman would be okay with that. But it's a new time. It's a new day.
Yeah, I mean, I love her. And you said that before the show. We love her, don't we? And we're so proud of her. And like I said before, sometimes divorce, cheating, all of that stuff will bring a woman to their knees. And she's moving past, and he can't handle it. You know, he being messy in the media. Messy. Okay?
I just think that she just needs to get her some security, because I don't trust him. You know, but this is the beauty of male, is what we don't see a lot, is we see divorce break women, right? Yep. We see divorce break these women. They can't talk. They're crying and stuff. And we didn't see this from her. We see her moving on with her life, and she's happy, and she has a happy outlook on life after the divorce. And she's glowing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a hit song. Can you believe it?
Oh yes, I'm so happy for her.
I know.
I'm so happy for her.
That's how you go. That's how you do it. When you leave them, you move on to greener pastures. And he's so stupid. He's gonna be sick. He's gonna be sick. Okay, sick. She's absolutely stunning. What more are you looking for besides that? What he said, you know, it's just ridiculous. He's really ridiculous. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and review it probably Sunday morning.
Yeah, we can. That's fine.
It's good. What else should we talk about before we start reviewing it?
I wanted to ask her, were they going to have a reunion this year?
She said
the finale was Saturday. It's going to be Saturday. But I wonder, are they going to shoot a reunion, or have they already shot a reunion?
But I don't think they're going to have a reunion. What do you think? I don't think so. Yeah, we should have found that out. But she had to go all of a sudden, because we had a lot of questions. But that's she answered the good ones that I wanted to talk about, was that relationship. And I wanted to show her strength, and made sure that was shown, and it's really shown. And that hit song, I'm very proud of her for that. I mean, my goodness. He's a girl. I mean, Gabor, he got to be sick. He's got to be sick.
He's sick. And what? And another thing is that Martell probably doesn't think that she can go out and find another man and be happy.
How do you not think that?
Because she has 4 children, but she is not. She's a woman that can take care of herself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want women to think that just because you have children that you can't find love again, because you absolutely can. You can. Yeah. Don't let anybody don't let a man mistreat you and make you feel like that you won't be happy again because you have these 3 or 4 kids with him. So he's the only man that will want you. There are other men out there that will accept you and your children. Yeah. And treat you right.
Yeah, you're right, Gabor. So listen, we got to get her back on the show and do another interview. But I'm just glad that she came on at the time that she came on. She is our favorite. And I'm proud of her. Kudos. And like I said before, the hit song. Thanks for coming on with me, Gabor. I really appreciate it. Let's take a couple comments from the chat, and then we're out, because we're going to do this Sunday. We're going to talk and speak our mind. We're probably going to be on an hour. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Yeah. Let's see with hello, Sharrell and Gabor. Hi, Sheena. Hello. How are you? So good. My harp. Oh my God. I'm missing him. I don't know what they're talking about. I came in on a conversation. Those toddler suits Martell wears. Tisa, you crazy.
Martell was mad, so he was in there pumping more iron than he usually do, right? And he got too big for his suits.
Let's take another one. How about leave men alone for a while and focus on you and your children? I don't think she. Yeah, I don't think
she said that she wasn't dating. I'm just saying, in the future, whenever she's ready to date, a man will, you know what I'm saying? A man will accept her and her 4 children.
Yeah, we're proud of her. All right, so guys, we'll be back Sunday to review the latest show. This was good. She had to go very quickly, so we'll bring her back. But she answered all the questions that I wanted to do. What other questions did you have, Gabor? And then we'll Bring it on next time. But she pretty much covered it, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. All right. Thank you guys for joining in the chat. I really appreciate it. This was a great interview. This is a great show. This is on our list now. And so me and Gabor will be back on Sunday morning. I'll post an hour or two before we go on to go into detail about these upcoming episodes, because although she's divorced now, we've still got a lot more to watch with him, being a crybaby. For something he brought on himself, right? All right. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Let's say bye on 3, Gabor. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.